Hello, amazing young explorers! Welcome back to Funimation 3DI Kids and Family Cartoon, the channel where we discover how the world works through fun stories, cool science, and exciting adventures. Today, we're going on a magical journey, one that happens every day, everywhere on Earth, even though we can't always see it. Get ready for the water cycle adventure: clouds, rain, and rivers. Have you ever wondered where rain comes from? Or how water goes from the ocean to the clouds and then back to your home? Well, today you're going to learn the amazing secret of how water travels around our planet in a never-ending loop. It's like water has its own superpower, and today you're going to see it in action. Let's begin our adventure with a single tiny drop of water. Imagine this little drop sitting in the ocean, sparkling in the warm sunshine. Suddenly, something magical happens. The sun shines on the ocean, making the water warm. And when water gets warm, it starts to evaporate. That means it turns into a gas called water vapor, which is invisible and rises up into the sky like a tiny superhero taking off. As the water vapor rises higher and higher into the sky, the air becomes cooler. When the vapor cools down, it changes back into tiny drops of water. This process is called condensation. All those tiny drops join together to form something fluffy and white. Can you guess what it is? That's right, clouds. Clouds may look soft and light, but they're actually filled with billions of tiny water droplets. Some clouds are small and fluffy, like cotton candy. Others are huge and dark, like a giant floating mountains. When these water droplets inside the cloud join together and get too heavy, they begin to fall back to Earth. And that's how we get rain. Sometimes the rain falls gently, like a soft shower. Sometimes it pours down hard, like the sky is emptying a giant bucket. And if it's cold enough, the water can even turn into snow, sleet, or hail. But no matter what form it takes, it's all part of the amazing water cycle. Now imagine that same tiny drop of water landing on top of a mountain. It trickles down the rocks until it becomes part of a small stream. Streams join together to become rivers, and rivers flow across the land, bringing water to plants, animals, and people. Rivers are like nature's highways for water. As the river flows, it might pass through forests, towns, and farmland. Maybe it reaches a lake where fish swim happily. Or maybe it continues all the way back to the ocean, where the sun is waiting to warm it up again. And then the whole cycle starts all over. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. That's why we call it the water cycle. It never ends. But that's not all. Water is amazing because it can change shapes. It can be a solid, like ice, a liquid, like the water you drink, or a gas, like the steam coming from hot soup. No matter what form it takes, water is always moving, traveling, and transforming. It's one of the most important parts of life on Earth. Now let's do a fun mini experiment you can try at home with an adult. You'll need a clear cup, some hot water, and a plate. Pour the hot water into the cup, be careful, and then put the plate on top. After a minute, you'll see tiny droplets forming on the underside of the plate. That's condensation, just like how clouds are formed. If the droplets get big enough, they'll drip back down into the cup, just like rain. Isn't it cool that you can make your own tiny water cycle? Now let's explore how water helps life on our planet. Plants need water to grow tall and strong. Animals need water to stay healthy. Even we need water to drink, cook, clean, and play. Without the water cycle, Earth would be a dry and empty place. But thanks to this magical process, we have clouds in the sky, lakes to swim in, rain that grows our food, and rivers full of life. Here's another fun fact. Some of the water on Earth is older than dinosaurs. That means the water you drink today might have once been in a glacier, a raindrop, or even inside a cloud millions of years ago. Pretty amazing, right? And guess what? Every time you see a fluffy cloud, a sparkling river, or a rainbow after the rain, you're watching the water cycle at work. It's like nature's greatest adventure happening right above your head. Let's imagine our tiny water drop one last time. It has traveled from the ocean to the sky, from the sky to the mountains, from the mountains to the river, and back to the ocean again. What an incredible journey. And the best part is, it will keep traveling forever and ever. So today, you learned how water evaporates into vapor, condenses into clouds, and falls as precipitation like rain or snow. You learned how rivers carry water across the land, and how the water cycle helps all living things survive. Water might seem simple, but it's actually one of the most magical things on Earth. Thank you for joining this water cycle adventure with us. If you enjoyed learning about clouds, rain, and rivers, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Funimation 3D iKids and Family Cartoon for more amazing science adventures. See you in the next video. And remember, every drop of water has a story.